Hello everyone and welcome back to my Beyond the Gates 24 official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. We open on a crushed Danny, looking fabulous but feeling forlorn. What differently is new? Nicole shows up to check on her family, who admits that her probative response to Chelsea's recent advertisement was simply an act. The good croaker's functionary opinion is that Danny is addicted to love, and she doesn't differ. Nicole suggests that Danny try dating herself for a while and in trouble to flash back who she really is. But there's no advance in this improvisational remedy session. Danny remains as shattered as the print Hayley smashed on her kitchen bottom. Speaking of Hayley, Bill's better half is chews out Naomi for taking her father to court. The suit impacts the both of us, Hayley reminds her. In turn, Naomi reminds Hayley that she got a creation over several of the women named in the suit. I earned my creation, Hayley insists. Naomi, who's supposedly in no mood to play, replies, on your reverse? Between the waists with my pater. Virtuousness, gracious. Naomi also admits that she's actually more worried with Hayley than she's with Bill. He betrayed my mama, but you betrayed me. Hayley turns it back around, saying that Naomi is the one starting drama with this action. Doen't start nothing, wouldn't be nothing, she says, revealing her intention to countersue after defeating Naomi in court. Over at Orphe Jeans, you can cut the pressure between Martin and Smitty with a cutter. The cat's now out of the bag about Martin turning down a job offer on Smitty's behalf, and he's understandably furious. Martin tries to spin it by saying that the job wasn't good enough for Smitty's bents, but he sees right through that scrap reason. Me being the last to know is beginning to come a pattern, he says, asking Martin formally and for all if there are any other secrets he's keeping. Of course, after coming home to discover their son with a black eye, we're allowing Martin and Smitty will have to table this discussion for another day. Kat's paranoia about Eva, which is still annoying, indeed if it's also merited, reaches an each-time high, with Kat placing a retired camera in Nicole's office to catch on her new adjunct. It's too bad Kat doesn't have cameras at Orphe Jeans, where Eva and Leslie are conspiring against the Richardsons, unexpectedly loudly, considering Martin and Smitty are sitting well within sound. Kat farther screws with Eva by texting her from Nicole's computer, asking her to stop by the house, where Ted is veritably surprised to see her. Leslie also does some torturing of her own, slipping into a fresh toupee and moseying over to Uptown, where she introduces herself to Kat as Anna. Anna explains to Kat she was a friend of Eva's natural mama, and she'd like to break whatever issue Kat seems to have with Eva. Kat says that Eva is out of her depth working for someone so high profile, so Anna suggests that Kat try tutoring her rather than judging her. Over at the Firmament, some out-of-character kindness from Marcel has Jacob indeed more suspicious of his crooked new mate than ahead. Marcel claims that Jacob has simply pierced his rough surface, but he doesn't buy it. Everything I'm hearing sounds like bull, Jacob says, coming in hot, but Marcel insists I used to be like you. He says he was formerly in romantic Bobby, prompting Jacob not to follow in his steps. Again, veritably crazy jest. Jacob accuses his father of speaking with Marcel behind his reverse, but he doesn't get veritably far. Leave it alone, Elon tells him. Or I'll assign you a new mate. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest Danny Dupree is headed for a drunkenness plot. She's had a many booze carouses during the bare month that the new cleaner has been on the air, and red flags are signaling far and wide that her character has issues with alcohol. A recent warning from Andre Richardson seems to allude that disaster is on the horizon for Danny. Was this just concern on his part, or is the show forerunning commodity? Last week, Danny not only got drunk and trashed Bill Hamilton and Hayley Lawson Hamilton's new house, but she also got further intoxicated laterally on and passed out in her own home. Thankfully, Andre set up her, but she was lying in the middle of her kitchen bottom. Danny would wake up the coming morning, head to the country club for breakfast with her father, Vernon Dupree, and order a vodka and orange juice with her mess. Vernon took a belt of the drink as he was parched, only to realize that the OJ was mixed in with a little commodity redundant. The good news is that Vernon might be on to Danny, and Andre is also in the circle, So can either man stop her before she hurts someone differently or herself? Andre's warning to Danny after he helped get her up from the bottom of the kitchen post-drunken debacle was chilling. He was concerned about her drinking and bothered that if she continued on this path, she could pass out and knock her head upon her fall, or choke on her own heave and potentially die. Still, there are so numerous other terrible effects that could be to Danny doesn't stop this jest. In fact, numerous worst-case scripts involve her getting drunk and getting behind a vehicle. Was Andre's warning a way to herald this? How bad will Danny helical with alcohol? Comment below. Late last week, Beyond the Gates suckers were shocked when a Deadline composition blazoned the groundbreaking Cleaners' veritably first remake. Maurice Johnson was out as Dr. Ted Richardson. The part had formerly been remake with American Dreams, A Million Little Effects, and Dreamgirls star Keith D. Robinson. And now, the actor who began the vital character lately posted an update. On Monday, Maurice Johnson took to social media to speak to his suckers and followers. Along with his communication, he attached a couple of prints, including a shirtless image. Sorry, you'll have about 30 further occurrences to see if Dr. Ted ever goes shirtless. I'll be back on your screen on Thursday. Thanks for the love and blowing the internet up over the weekend about your boy. Johnson noted that there are only 30+ chances to see him on BTG until Keith D. Robinson takes over in May. In that time, he could veritably well play out some veritably dramatic moments, including the bone that will inescapably go down between Ted and his woman, Nicole, when she finds out about his affair with Leslie and posterior long misplaced son, Eva, who has been working as Nicole's adjunct. The actor isn't joking about the support suckers have shown him since the recast news broke. A slew of BTG observers have participated their love for the actor and his frequently turtlenecked character. The responses to his update revealed further of the same sentiments. One addict participated their sadness over this impending change. I just can't handle this. Meanwhile, another had a lot to say. I'm still in shock, but I hope this means that a better occasion has come your way. #Beyond the Gates #BTG is the first cleaner pieces that I've been impelled to watch in times. In addition to your excellent depiction of Ted, I'll miss how engaged your WS on social media. Knowing we get 30 further eps is comforting, but still I'm in my passions. Said yet another BTG faithful. We wanted to see Turtleneck Ted on our defenses every day. Johnson's post on X, formerly Twitter, also featured a mysterious announcement soon. In addition to his Maurice Johnson and #Team Ted hashtags. Does the actor formerly have commodity new lined up? While Sharon and Phyllis do'n't have to be stylish kids, their implicit fellowship is the element that we hope continues to develop post-kidnapping. It's fun, and together, they could rule the world. Miss no movement on Sharon and Nick. Sharon and Nick eventually brought up their passions, and Nick decided to push Sharon to see Noah and take Faith with her. It felt a lot like they demurred the can down the road a little bit. What are they staying for? Yes, Sharon has mending to do, but it would also be nice if these two helped heal each other. This discussion was a long time coming. Poppy had no idea where her son was. She sure was in captivity. The entire time, Luna was under house arrest at Bill's.